Yoruba people. My name is Seun Kuti. Today is June 12th, 2021. I think this is. I had this video yesterday, but I didn't have time to bring it to you. I had a lot of stuff to do. I had a lot of personal business to run. You see, this guy. This is again. This is Seun Kuti, the son of Fela. The son of Fela Kuti, right? You know him. He made a video before, said something. He does not agree with people that want to break up Nigeria. He made a video before and said something to that effect that he does not, that he was speaking against Yoruba, people that are calling for Yoruba nation. So when I first hear him saying that was about maybe 2 weeks ago. I saw that video. I kind of was mad with him, but as I watch events, people run their mouths. Some people were actually saying that this today, June 12th, they will do something. They will have gun. Police come, they will police shoot at them. They will shoot back. All this stuff. They will see. Did you hear where they shot police in Nigeria? Maybe they did it, but I haven't heard. So what I noticed with our people, they just run their mouth, man, but they're not prepared to. They don't plan. They don't organize for anything. They just come on social. Most people are just like Nnamdi Kanu, man. They come run their mouth. They have in their mind, they think this will happen, that will happen. If they do this will happen. Anything that will happen has to be planned. You have to organize for it, and it takes time. That's what Sean was saying in the video. I saw him a couple of last week, either last week or early last Monday last week. He was saying, and the way he was saying, that initially I didn't understand it. He was saying people that are calling for Yoruba nation. If Nigeria break apart, where are you gonna get the fuel to drive your car? Are you gonna be able to get the fuel from south? How are you gonna get the fuel? He was saying this. I was kind of agreeing with him, not agreeing with him. I mean, if Nigeria breaks apart, that doesn't mean the people of Yoruba nation will be fighting with people on the south side. They will still have access, but it may take time. But he was saying, if you're gonna do something, it may take 10 years to plan. That was what he was saying in that video. You want to break up Nigeria, you plan it. It may take up to 10 years. You plan it very well. I kind of agree with him. You plan underground. You gotta be serious. It may not take up to 10 years. You can plan it in 2 years. Talk to everybody. Not this stuff Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Nnamdi Kanu running his mouth on social media, thinking he will get Biafra. Remember, give us Biafra. You don't give us Biafra, Nigeria will be like Somalia. Biafra will come. That's how he will get Biafra. And he chases away people that actually know what they're doing. But I've been thinking about what the guy is saying. Then I run into this video you're looking at. I'm gonna play it for you in a minute. He's saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing in this video. He asking the same question. And in fact, I'm going to play it for you in a minute. He said that, during the Biafra war, that Biafran would have defeated Nigeria. That Biafrans were fighting ferociously. They would have defeated Nigeria. The only thing that made Biafra to lose is that they blockaded us. They blockaded Biafra, and then hunger killed a lot of people. He said that was why Biafra lost. And then he said, have Biafrans planned? Do they plan in 2021? Do they have any plan to grow their own food? Are they self-sufficient in growing food? He said the same thing about Yoruba in this video. Yoruba that are running their mouth, can they grow pepper in the pepper? The hard pepper you use to cook food. Can they grow stuff? Can they be self-sufficient for food? And he said no. Biafrans no. Yorubas no. He said, then why do you want to break up the country? So if you listen to him carefully and think about it carefully, he's actually right. He said that after he said that, people were calling him names, calling him all kinds of names. But let me play this. I play it and then we'll listen to it together. I want to listen to it and make some note for what I want to say in conclusion. We just have to be honest with ourselves, man. We just have to be honest with ourselves. Especially see what making me skeptical about everything is how people don't plan. These Fulani people, they plan. Fulani people can sit down, because Britain had guiding them. They can sit down here, plan what will happen 20 years from today, 50 years from today. They sit down and plan it. They plan it, then they start doing stuff to achieve it. Our people don't behave like that. People just wake up looking for money, looking for food. When I saw this video, it hit me what he was saying. I was very little when the war happened, the Biafran war. He's saying I will food sufficient. Somebody was telling me years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, 2 or 2 years ago, that all the food now people eat in the East, they get it from Lagos. I don't know if that's true. That they get all the food from, nobody's doing farming anymore. They have to get all the food from the north and from Lagos. I don't know if that's true, but think about this. This is scarier. How can you be depending on other people to give you food? If there's a war, they cut you off, you dead. But anyway, let me play this video and then I'm not gonna play the whole video is about 17 minutes. No, I'm just gonna play about 3 minutes of it, 4 minutes of it, because that is enough to get you what this guy is saying. I will see if I can find the link, and then I will. If I can find the link, I will put it under the video. That way you can go watch the whole thing. But if you watch the part I'm gonna play, that's enough for you to understand what he's saying.
Of looking out for help. He created all these weapons, different armor tanks, different bombs. These people kicked Nigeria's ass up and down the place. Nigeria was going to lose that war. But you know what Nigeria realized? Nigeria realized that the Igbo people of Biafra were not food sufficient. That the Igbo people of Biafra did not feed themselves. That the food that the Igbo people ate came from outside. They say, your food is coming from outside. Oh yeah, block the whole goddamn border. Seal them in. It was a war crime. It was a heartless decision. These people immediately blockaded the Igbos and created one of the worst famines that this world has ever seen, killing over 1 million Igbo people by starvation only. Starvation, not even by bullet, just hunger. Hunger. Then they kill them. So now I ask, 40 years later, 50 years later, are the Igbos now food self-sufficient? Do the Igbos have their own way of feeding themselves, so that these same tactics that defeated you 50 years ago will not be used to defeat you again in 2021? They say, no, I'm a coward. When I ask the Yoruba people the same question, because I know that all the pepper, and Yoruba cannot live without eating fucking pepper, man. All the pepper we eat comes from the north. What are you going to do? They say, I'm a coward. You see, this is the kind of mentality, carrying the horse, putting the horse in front of the cart. Putting the horse in front of the cart. So we break up from Nigeria now. What happens? We can't get pepper. We'll start begging for aid from America. We'll start begging for food. That way they used to send food to Nigerians in the 80s from Thailand. Go and hear Fela's song now, Originals of Our Head. How we are begging for food all over the world in the old Nigeria in the 80s and 70s and 80s. we will start our new nations begging for food, begging for aid, kneeling down, they're crawling to America and World Bank to come and help us. Abi, that's the new nation you want to live in. Abi, do you know that? Do you think you just wish rice out of the ground? Do you think you can just wish rice? Just sit down in your house and wish mango out of the tree? Takes time. Takes fucking long time to grow it, to make sure that it's it takes time. Anybody in this world, as one told us, you can quickly couple weapon. You can make them gun now. Arrow, anything. Weapon can be made. Tools are easy to make. Yes, I see. Big Bet is all about trade. So what kind of trade do you want to have when you are at war with everybody in your border? What kind of trade?
All right. You hear what he said, right? The text you see in front of him in the picture, that picture those are comments people are making. You see that one there by some guy called Shia Tikus. He or she writing about Biafrans. See what that person is saying? Biafrans created their own. They created their own mortars, tanks, makeshift air strips, planes, even refining their fuel, since Nigeria blocked the Port Harcourt refinery. Actually, that was true. It has been documented in books somewhere that Biafrans did all this stuff. Those people were smart. They created all kinds of stuff, man. But the thing they couldn't get faster is food. So food, they use food to, stop the war. You see what Sean is saying, that Biafrans were kicking the ass of Nigeria. Nigeria will have lost that war. So, and don't forget the condition he said. Even Tony Nnadi said it. One of the videos, he said that Nnamdi Kanu is running around, running his mouth, Biafra this, Biafra that. That the same conditions, that the federal government of Nigeria can recreate the same condition that made us to lose the war. They could get the Yorubas with them, get the Middle Belt with them, and even get the South people with them to fight us if war broke again and we will lose again. Tony Nnadi said that in one of his videos. And don't forget this, I showed you this. You remember this from a Lombard news reporters. Right here. Remember, this is the summary of what the key points of Buhari's interview. The interview he gave a couple of days ago. You see that number 2? I talked about that in my previous video. See that? On insecurity, they asked him about insecurity in South and South. Buhari replied that the South people assured him that IPOB Igbos have been blocked and won't be able to access the sea in case of war. Hence, they have been surrounded and will be an easy picking. That hearing such news on good authority is sweet to his soul. I'm not doubting this. It's possible that people, in fact, the way he said it, he said the youths and the elderly there in the South assured him that they would join him to kill Igbos again. That's why Buhari came out and said Igbos are like the dot in a circle, so they will have been encircled again. I wouldn't doubt this. You know why? Because Nnamdi Kanu has used his mouth to anger a lot of people. I even hear that the son of the guy, the guy that was second in command to Ojukwu, the one that declared that the war has ended after Ojukwu left the country. That man's son, I think he's Effiong. They said that man's son came out one time talking about Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu and his group, they jumped on him. They called him all kinds of names. They abused him, called him all kinds of names. So the man had to retreat. He never mentioned the word again. So Nnamdi Kanu has destroyed everything. Even Uwazirike said this. Uwazirike said this many years ago. About 6 or 7 years ago. that Nnamdi Kanu would destroy Biafra. He would destroy Biafra completely. Yeah, he has done it. You know, you listen to him, he talks like a little kid. Like he runs his mouth, Biafra will come after he runs his mouth. And that's what he said. Biafra will come. Give us Biafra. Biafra will come. Give us Biafra. Biafra will come. So Sean is correct, man. I agree with him. You hear what he said? Biafran kicked Nigeria's ass. They made all kinds of weapons. But Nigeria realized that Biafrans were not food sufficient. So they blocked everything. Hunger killed millions. 50 years later, the same situation there. That's what the Tony Nnadi said. The same situation, we're not food sufficient. And he said the same thing with Yoruba. And then when he tells them that he can't break Biafra, he can't break Nigeria without getting prepared. You plan it. You have to plan. Takes many years. That's what he said in the previous video that I saw last 2 weeks ago or a week ago. He said in that video that breaking up Nigeria takes 10 years to plan, because if we break it suddenly, the Yorubas will suffer. You get Yoruba nation, people will suffer because you don't have access to petrol. That's what he was saying. In a way, he's right. I partly agree with him there, because if they're in good terms with the people of Southside, they will get petrol. If they're in good terms with the Igbo people, there are some oil wells in Igbo land, somewhere in Imo State. People call him coward after he said that. It's not a coward. I think he's being realistic. He said our mentality is they will put the cat. We'll put the horse before the cat. You don't plan, you don't organize, you just do. This is the problem I have with our intellectuals. Think about it again. They say they're intellectuals, huh? Intellectuals. Do you know that the World Igbo Congress is full of intellectuals? Their president of World Igbo Congress, Mr. Anthony Ejiofor, he's a professor, PhD. He's a PhD. Most of the people in that World Igbo Congress, they're PhD intellectuals, technocrats. The same thing as Ohaneze. Ohaneze worldwide. People just going along, they're not thinking. Make up your mind. People gotta make up their mind what they want. You wanna be in Nigeria? Fine, we'll be in Nigeria, but plan things well. Stop chasing money. Money is not everything. Our people just love money. Nobody say you can love money, but to work together, plan things out. That way you get into politics and play politics. You know that the Salani was now in politics in Nigeria. Fulani, like I said before, they plan 20 years from now. They plan 50 years. Our people plan for today. Our people, they're looking for their stomach for today. Fulani has relegated Igbo people to backward people when it comes to politics. I'm not saying that our people are not doing good in business and making money. But when it comes to politics, we're not doing anything. And whoever had political power controls everything. Fulani has taken over. Britain helped them to take over. The way things are going, if we're not careful, they may end up wiping us out in Nigeria. You better start thinking about that. The way our people are behaving, you better start thinking about that. The Igbos you have today are not Igbos that fought the Civil War. The Igbos that fought the Civil War, they were together. They were very smart. The only thing, like this guy said, the only thing that killed them was they had no access to food. They were blockaded, right? So people need to start thinking outside the box, man. That's the problem I have with our people. When you try to advise them, try to tell them something, they won't listen to you. They act like they're too smart. Especially when they have this PhD and all this MD. They look down upon people. No, you can do it yourself. Go get Biafra. You go feed yourself by yourself. You have no food in your area. You still want to get your own nation. A lot of them hate Nigeria, but how are you going to have your own nation when you're not even full sufficient? There was this professor, I forgot his name now. I forgot his name. He's the one that started the ADF. I think it's called Alaibo Development Foundation. When he first came out, the guy was just talking, making good sense, saying that there won't be another election under this constitution. That was about 8 years ago, so maybe about about 5 years ago. During the time the Jonathan's administration was ending, the guy was making sense, but suddenly he started singing a different song. When they chose Peter Obi, when I chose Peter Obi as a running mate, he started singing a different song. That man started singing a different song, man. That's the thing about our people. They're not principles. They don't know what they want. The wind blows here, they go here. The wind blows there, they go there. You want to live in Nigeria, you have to sit down, plan things, work together, and move together. You don't do that, eventually these people they're going to take over your land. That's what they want. That's what they're planning. They're ahead of you 200 years because Britain is with them. Britain advising them what to do. See, let me tell you something. The stuff that Nnamdi people were planning with Nnamdi, if they have planned it, if Nnamdi had getting out of the way people planning the way they were planning, the best way is guerrilla warfare. You don't bring people back to your own village to destroy your own area. Guerrilla warfare will have brought Nigeria down. But Nnamdi Kanu will not listen. He's after money. After money and women. That's all. That's all he was looking for, money. Money. Eventually, he's gonna die a miserable death. Yes, there's no way he will not die a miserable death. He have killed a lot of innocent Igbo youth. He brainwashed them, sent them out there to be mowed down by the police and the military. And there are some people in diaspora, educated people. I mentioned Anthony Ejiofor, Professor Anthony Ejiofor, PhD, the president of World Igbo Congress. He's supporting Nnamdi openly. Go online, search for him, you will see. He's supporting Nnamdi Kanu. But Nnamdi Kanu is not doing anything. The man is just collecting their money and putting it in his pocket. You see what this guy do? Even if everybody supporting Nnamdi Kanu right now, what are you going to do? Are you full sufficient? The South people, they're going to go with the government. The government of Nigeria. They cut you off from the sea. What are you going to do? How are you going to fight this war? Especially when he's concentrating in Igbo land. Instead of taking the war to Sokoto, Kaduna, Abuja, Kano. Engaging in guerrilla warfare, no. He wants to go fight in his own village. And he's going to lose miserable. They're going to end up catching him. So our people don't plan, man. Everybody's just busy chasing money, man. Even Yoruba, they're doing well in their politicking in Nigeria. Look at Tinubu. He playing the politics well. Our people don't know how to play politics. I don't know how you say it. When you go to Rome, behave like Romans. Look at our roads in the eastern part of Nigeria. Everywhere, no roads. Military soldiers, the police everywhere, extorting money from our people. I bet you a lot of our people have high blood pressure now because they've been suffering for a long time. And then when you see this idiot, out here in America somewhere, they're running their mouth, PhD, MD. I'm not saying all this stuff is bad, but your MD and PhD is for you to feed your family. You're not feeding mine. I feed my own family. But if you want a nation, you want to do something right the way our forefathers did it, you have to work together. Get organizations and work together. You don't work together, you're wasting your time. You can make all the money, you go there, Fulani will take your land, they come in there, kill you whenever they want, unless you want to stay in America. Forget about Nigeria. But anyway, let me leave it there, man.